so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. Okay. As you may have already heard, United Airlines have been under fire for forcefully removing a passenger from a flight from Chicago to Louisville last week. The incident went viral after a video was posted on Facebook showing the victim David Dow being dragged out of his seat by the aviation police. According to the witnesses, the man told the airline staff that he was a doctor with patients to see and refused to leave, and that was when the authorities were being called in. Here's more of that moment, with which many passengers found disturbing. Oh shit, no, no, no.
Can't they run a car with the pilots and the other driver? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, come on. Come on. There go.
Hey,
busted his lip.
Oh my god! Look at what you did to him!
Kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me. And go, kill me. Just kill me.
To further aggravate the situation, United Airlines CEO Oscar Munoz chose to defend his employees and made insensitive remarks regarding the victim Dow, before properly apologizing for the incident. We have contacted representatives from both sides of the story to give us an inside look of what went down. Now, on to the representatives. Now.
Yeah, I thought they said they were roll in 5 minutes.
I don't know what's taking them so long. I mean, maybe they have like system failures or something, or like
Oh,
technical.
like a flight that got delayed for 2 hours?
That was a different
Hey
issue.
guys. It's rolling.
Hi, I'm Gary, David Dow's attorney, and I'm here with a United Airlines representative who will share with us the reasons for their course of actions.
Hi, I'm Nathalie, a representative of the United Airlines, and here we strongly believe in our company motto, Fly the Friendly Skies. I believe that we have all seen the gruesome video of the Asian man being re-accommodated off of our flight, and also made it a point to take his side.
Please tell us, what made your employees decide that dragging a passenger down the aisle was the best response to your overbooked flight situation?
He delayed our flight for 2 hours, and would have dragged on longer if we haven't dragged him out of the problem first. We at United would like to keep our reputation as a friendly and efficient airline, prioritizing the needs of every other passenger on the plane.
Even if it means sacrificing another passenger's well-being? If that's what you think being friendly is, I wouldn't ever want to take a flight with United.
As our CEO, Oscar Munoz, says, this is not who our family at United is. And you just simply caught us at a bad moment. Because everybody makes mistakes. Am I right?
No?
Okay. Based on the contract of carriage, airline companies overbook flights all the time to maximize profits. And usually it works out.
Well, apparently not this time.
In this case, however, we were fully overbooked and no one volunteered even after we made an offer that no one can refuse. Finally, we had to resort to using a computer system to pick 4 random passengers to be bumped off, but was unfortunate enough to meet with what our CEO calls a disruptive and belligerent passenger who refused to disembark.
UAA did not pick the passengers at random. How do you randomly pick passengers and still end up choosing both Tao and his wife to disembark? Possibly because they were yellow. You left him feeling singled out because of his ethnicity and embarrassed him of his situation. This caused his refusal to disembark from the plane, and to make things worse, you even called for security to drag my client off the plane. You really know how to put the hospital in hospitality, right? Why do you even think no one volunteered to leave despite your generous compensation? Maybe it's your staff attitude or lack of communication skills?
Okay. So our supervisor who announced the need for volunteers may have had an offensive tone that put people off. But that's because it is in our every right to do so. It's just a job. We're not servants. We're very direct when it comes to orders from the authorities.
You think that airline companies shouldn't be concerned with the customer service? Talk about strong sense of ethnocentrism and segregation.
We agree that we have violated his expectancy in this situation, but mainly because we didn't expect this situation ourselves, right? Okay. Our CEO did release a second statement to apologize to Tao, his family, as well as the passengers on board the flight. Because as they say, you carry on and we carry off. Does your client even have any sense of respect?
My client have...
Even our CEO has enough common sense to release a public statement to Tao personally, but Tao just keeps quiet.
Maybe it's because he boarded a plane as a doctor but left as a patient. Maybe because he still has everything as his injury. All my client could manage while being dragged on the floor was to just moan in pain. The way he was treated made him feel less than a human, and he realized the difference in status. That's also why he remained silent instead of proclaiming his rights. Ideal case study for undergraduate studying private extension, I'll say. Even till now, 5 days after incident and having thousands of netizens urging my client to speak up, he's only concentrating on recovering and still refuses to comment anything more. He's so uncertain of what has happened and what is going to happen to him that he chooses to remain silent instead of making use of the situation to his advantage. There you go, another classic example for undergraduates researching on Brussels' hypothesis.
In our culture, we tend to act without thinking and instead follow strictly to procedures to avoid any uncertainty. You may be thinking that we must get stressed easily by all these unexpectancies. The answer is yes. Yes, we do.
You mentioned that you guys were aware that he was an agent. Then shouldn't your employee have managed him even better? As an agent, he too would like to avoid any uncertainties. By demanding him to leave the plane with the lack of affirmation in the situation, how do you expect my client to just accept the unexpected and react positively? I mean, you guys had it good. Imagine if he was black or Muslim. Do you really think he'll just be so passive throughout and only cry in pain when being dragged out? Coming from a high context culture, all my client did was try to gain sympathy for his plight and claiming that he has patience to see the next morning. Like I mentioned before, because Tao possesses negative face needs, he values his autonomy and still tells me to only release a statement to say that he and his family are concentrating on him recuperating. I believe your employee could have done a much better job.
No, we did very
What?
well.
Very
we
well?
are so
They're
efficient.
gonna sue you.
No, you
They're
can't sue
definitely
me.
gonna
We are
sue
going to
you.
win you because it
File,
doesn't
file,
even...
file.
They're gonna get like-
Okay. Didn't expect this situation to arise. So thankfully, we have also invited two strategists to propose some solutions to resolve such issues in the future. Let's hear from them. Hey, come here. All right. Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay. All right. So have a seat. Right. So, can I have your thoughts on this current situation?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Teck. And
Alright.
hello, everyone. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Eugene. And first off, we would like to thank the studio for inviting us today to participate in this discussion. Thanks. Okay,
Right.
so it's definitely clear that United Airlines could have handled this situation better, honestly. So first off, let me go straight to the beginning, like how all this actually started. So this all started from the overbooking issues. So overbooking, what is overbooking? It's actually a common practice that's found in all, I think all airlines are basically.
Right.
So it's actually an part where the airlines assume that people will actually not show up for their flights. So I mean, they do not want to lose money, so they want to fill in the seat. So because of that, we believe that the overbooking should be reviewed by the airline laws and regulations. It's stupid, really. So in the first place, no one should be violently forced to vacate the aircraft, whether it's like voluntarily or involuntarily. Yeah, sorry, my pronunciation a bit bad, but I still know what I'm talking about.
Right. No problem. Yeah.
First off, the compensation that they mentioned at the start, right? Before they boarded the plane was actually $400.
Okay.
So cheap, no? Come on. I can't even buy Nintendo Switch, no? Hey, so if the situation was urgent,
Right.
and there were no volunteers, so come on, then think of something better, obviously. Because by right, they're actually obligated to pay about up to $1,350 to the passengers.
Right.
But they didn't. Come on, if you so hurried to get them, then pay more lah.
Right,
That's true.
right,
That's true.
right. And so Eugene, I believe, right, that the most favorable way of handling this situation, right, is to adopt a more collaborative approach.
Okay.
Like United Airlines needs to get its crew members on the flight, right? And the passengers also want to fly. But how can they both be there at the same time? The passengers paid for the seat. They kind of deserve it.
Right.
So in this case, we should go for a win-win situation where both parties collaborate and avoid the most conflict.
Right.
Hence, by adopting a more collective mindset and applying positive facework conflict strategies, the airline staff should appeal to the passengers' positive face by ensuring that they know that they are appreciated for this sacrifice that they're making, and like Eugene said, compensating them appropriately.
You know, apparently, right, it was mentioned that the staff, right, they were irritated, you know, just like a bit annoyed when they were asking people to volunteer. It would be better if they actually appeared more friendly, or in a way they could actually get someone of a higher authority to come down. You know, like it feels more sincere that you actually kind of go to that length to actually get someone to explain to them better lah.
I agree. Verbal and non-verbal requests should be done more sincerely, more apologetic. In this way, the airline will be approaching the situation from a more dialectical perspective. Balance the tension between the two parties and find a compromise. Everyone happier. Right?
Yeah.
So, but then United Airlines, right, they went for a more aggressive, masculine approach. They think like the security guard very big, so they should have actually gone for a more feminine approach. Resolve the conflict with more compromise and like negotiation, as we discussed earlier. So, like the people who actually escalated the situation was the airport security. They came in and they like get out, and obviously like you sit there, you're like, what?
Yeah, then really one extremely important thing to know, right? Never use violence to solve anything at all.
Really?
We were all taught since young. I mean, you don't want me to use violence to teach you something, right?
I don't know. Apparently so.
Exactly. If your parents did that to you, would you like that? No. So strangers do that to you, wouldn't like that also, right? So it would actually that would actually probably hurt their company in the long run, like whoever it is lah. So really, just don't use violence, kids. Don't use violence, I tell you.
Yeah, like the whole situation could have been avoided if they just nicely persuaded the passenger, right, to just vacate his seat. Then they can go out to the gate area, talk about it, explain the reasons why they need to get the people on, talk about why he wants to stay on the flight. At least discuss or come to an agreement. Both parties benefit.
Okay. So, let's see. I think what you guys brought up to the table was good. And sadly, we are running out of time. So thank you, Eugene and Jordan, for the insightful discussion. Right, so thank you for tuning in with the A News. Please give us an A, and we'll do anything. Literally.
Come from all the way to Jurong, come here, you tell me run out of time. You.
Hey. Give us an A! Give us an A!